Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a team that's been great at defending the pass. The Broncos are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Chiefs, who will need to solve that secondary.
All right, Larry, we are a couple miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building as we come to you from Sports Authority Field at Mile High here in downtown Denver. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Northwestern University. It's Trevor Siemian.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They run. Anderson. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The offensive starters now for the Broncos.
Often overlooked and almost always underrated, C.J. Anderson has an impact on games that he plays. Very strong up top, has really good balance as well. I've seen him bounce off of tacklers, stay on his feet, and continue to churn out additional gains. Also pretty effective in the passing game as well.
On second down, here's Siemian. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. So let's take a look here at the key inactives. And, Charles, I guess you get this late in the year, you expect to see some guys populating on this list.
You're exactly right. No one's happy about it, but it really shouldn't be a surprise. So the guys who are playing in their spots, in their stead, they have to step up now and make big plays for their team.
Third and long, it's Siemian. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On second down, Anderson. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. And now Anderson is slow to get up. Staying down after that last play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Play action. It's Simeon. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs. They covered well. Allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And the final 2 weeks, just like a formality pretty much, they're going to be the #1 seed. But there is the matter of that perfect record, 14-0 right now. How might that change how they approach these next 2 games?
And I think what it does is it forces you to come together as a team and as an organization and say, okay, what are we really trying to accomplish here? And what's the best way to reach those goals? For some teams, the best way is to stay focused, stay locked in, go for a perfect season, and then take that open week to rest and heal up before the playoffs begin. For others, okay, we've got it locked in. Let's start to tamp it down a little bit. Get these guys rested and ready to go. All depends on your organization. I think most players would tell you, let's go for the perfect 16-0.
Yeah, I think the fan base, they would usually say that as well, wouldn't they?
They certainly.
And nothing but daylight ahead. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 64 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. This time, Boykin looks to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. George Kittle, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trevor Siemian and the Broncos heading back out. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a handoff looking right. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Simeon. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded at the 20. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As we count down through the final few weeks of the season, these guys have nothing to sweat about. They've clinched the top spot, so the road to the Super Bowl, it runs through them.
And there's a natural inclination here, partner, to say, okay, a lot of guys aren't going to play down the stretch. We're clinched. We're ready to go. But there's another part where you say, let's show the league why we're the #1 team. Maybe you intimidate someone. Maybe you dissuade them from thinking that they can beat you in the playoffs by going out being really impressive down the stretch.
Absolutely, and you want to take momentum into the playoffs. There's also pride on the line for these guys individually.
Yeah, momentum and pride. Yeah, I'd make room for them and put them both in uniform.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
On first down, Klein. Complete. This is Albert Wilson. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 108 yards.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
Off play action, Klein. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22. Here we go. 3-19. 3-19. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. On 1st and 10, Klein, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Albert Wilson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't
Yeah,
you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Off of play action, Simeon. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays.
Yeah.
They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Here's Simeon now on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's taken to the 26. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And a week ago, as you get a look at the numbers, well over 100 yards, he was on fire.
He was on fire. Obviously, the offensive line was on fire, all the guys who were trying to assist him. But you know who else was? The play caller. Because his ego totally got out of the way, and he kept calling the plays that were working over and over, and they really didn't stop him.
Now the challenge, can they duplicate it? Trucks over it. Extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for KC. 62 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
And here we go on 1st and goal. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Second and goal from the 1. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he fends him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Sean Robinson in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Let's go. On fourth down, Klein, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Albert Wilson, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And it is now 21-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for a loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you...
Now Simeon stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. Now he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
Butker on for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. To throw on second is Simeon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go! Green 39!
A shotgun snap for Simeon. Got him in. He finds Sanders. A first down as it's Simeon with a hook up to Sanders. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a play fake, and it's Simeon. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fielded at the 33. And now running right through it. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
Here we go!
When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things up.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Oh, and now he bowls him over, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what?
There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Butker now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
2nd and 10, Simeon again. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A big play there on 3rd. Down for the Broncos. 42 yards on the ground.
Here we go. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
A handoff as they run the counter play. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Demaryius Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8.
And oh, it's blocked. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. I'm sure he wanted to have a huge game, wants to have a huge game as the quarterback, but Really, on the ground, they've been very, very hard to stop. Maybe you just keep going to that well.
I think so, and isn't it funny how the definition of balance changes for us from game to game? Sometimes it's 50-50, run it, throw it. Sometimes it's just being a balanced running team in terms of who's carrying the football.
More than one guy.
Right, multiple guys out there, and now your guy back there has to throw it. Don't have to worry about it quite as much.
And they've got the lead here in the second quarter. Throwing on first down. Klein. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And he'll give it here to his running back. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jonas Gray with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Phillip Rivers leading the charge offensively. Butker on for the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Demaryius Thomas gets set to go again on offense. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
So let's go ahead and add to the difficulties of guys trying to cover receivers. They got to deal with speed, shiftiness, all that stuff. But how about when they have height and length and deep downfield? You throw the ball up in the air. That's how they uncover at the end of a route, by being able to go up over the top and make a big catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 34. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
On target over the middle to Hill. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll fake it. Now Simeon. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get them in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now Simeon on third and goal. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on third down, and that's going to force them into a field goal attempt.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it second down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Mike 50. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. I'm playing wrong football.
Looking to throw. Klein. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now a handoff here to his running back. A broken tackle on the run, and then just on the other side of midfield, they get to it. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Looking to throw on second down. Klein. And to the left side here, Wilson. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
On first down, Klein. Wilson snags it left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Come on. Come on. Back out of that Philly. Here we go. Kill. Back here we go now. Philly. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On first and 10, Klein got his man complete over the middle. That's Morris. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
3-19.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Mike 51. Mike 51. Come on, let's go.
Off the play fake. Klein. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Klein. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jaron Reed in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 4th down, Klein. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now it's Simeon. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Vaughn. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Now Simeon, wide open receiver, complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Back to throw, Simeon. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Here we go now.
3rd and 2, Simeon. Sanders has it over the middle. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On first down, it's Simeon. And Hill with it over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 6 there on first. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing again is Simeon. They complete it to Hill. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Simeon on 3rd down. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, here's Simeon. And a sideline pass that's caught by Thomas. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to at least make things a bit more respectable.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's been in a pretty good group. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air, but both have been good, pretty balanced.
And have we ever met a coach when we've talked to him before a game that hasn't mentioned wanting to be balanced?
No, because then you've got both sides hitting the defense. They don't know what to expect, right?
It really helps your play calling because now you're in a position where you're confident in either one, either aspect of the game. Dial it up and let it go. And so far, that's allowed them to lead.
Absolutely. Have the lead here in the second quarter. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throw on second down. Klein. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. So 2nd and 10 here. From the gun, Klein. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Happy holidays, Larry. Your gift? Take the halftime show off, partner. We've got some football to get to. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taking about 7. Yards deep. An update now from out in Southern California. The Raiders out to an early lead over the Chargers. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Yeah, baby.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Wilson. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 52 yards.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Oh, here we go. Oh.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Line 51. Line 51. Detroit. Detroit. No. Green 39. Patriot. Green 39. Kill. Watch safety green. Watch safety green.
Looking to throw on second down. Osborne. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Holding offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Out of the gun, Simeon. That's caught. The tight end Hill. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Hey. We got three down.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Now let's go. Green 39.
From the gun, here's Simeon. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Simeon on first down. This is caught. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. It's the fullback, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get one score closer. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
And now here comes Kansas City. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time
positive.
we have to leave the booth.
They'll throw on first with Boykin. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And look out, I think he's going to go. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. George Kittle, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Butker on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Trevor Siemian ready to retake the field. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner.
Watch tight. Tight it right. Here we go now. Boom, landing.
Here's Siemian now on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Vaughn. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
This will be fielded at the 17. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And he's brought down after a good gain. That burst good for 20 and a first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Set. V19. V19. I got you, son.
And they give this time to the tailback. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. They're going to need some therapy.
To throw on 2nd down. Osborne. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now a handoff here to his running back. Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Off-play action. Osborne. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Off the play fake. Osborne. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it out past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Now let's go. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, Simeon. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football.
How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And now here's a carry heading left. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. On third down, it's Cummings. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And he fields it cleanly. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And now here comes Kansas City. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. He'll rifle this one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They give him a gain of 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And the kick by Butker is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. First down, Simeon. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Shift together here from the D-line. From the 50, it's Simeon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback, but in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player, so he can't get outside of you.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to.
Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Let's go.
Simeon wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And McManus able to put it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
And now here comes Kansas City. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
We got 3 down. Let's go. Brian 38. Let's go. Brian 38.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here.
Let's go. Brian 38. Brian 38. Watch the run.
Second and goal from the 5. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's at least...
She's on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Now a first down throw. Simeon over the middle, complete. It's Vaughn. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw on second is Simeon. Now he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Let's go. No. Check. Patriot.
Again, Simeon. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And now here comes Kansas City. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. They give it off here to the tight end. And some strong running. Still on his feet. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing on first down. Osborne throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Ready?
Looking to throw. Osborne. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No.
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Butker on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. A shotgun snap for Simeon. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized. Executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against.
Now Simeon stripped. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 30, past the 20. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And first, we're going to get a timeout as the defense will talk this over. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Butker now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. Simeon. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Simeon. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Third and long. It's Simeon. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Well, they flew past 200, 300, and 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Here we go.
On second down, here's Boykin. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
And now running right through him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Come on, let's go. 190. 190. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Now it's Boykin. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Here we go. 190. 190. Watch the slack. Watch the slack. Watch the slack.
Him over. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Perfect.
This time, Boykin looks to throw. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this time he'll look to throw. Now bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Back to throw. Osborne. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
So that one, a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Another drive getting ready to start here for Demaryius Thomas. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now it's Simeon. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a 1st down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. Now Simeon stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Butker on for the PAT. Following the fumble recovery. Klein. By the way, they've gone final now out in Carson. And a victory there belonging to the Chargers. Phillip Rivers Good game throwing the ball, over 300 passing yards. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Demaryius Thomas gets set to go again on offense. All right, so let's look at these numbers. I don't want to read the tea leaves here too much, but maybe he's in his own head a little bit after that hot start and the cool off.
Sometimes that happens, and this is where you get tested as a player in this league if you truly want to be an impact player or a star, because that's what they're going to face each and every game. Extra coverage, extra people. So now, do you fight through it? Do you find other ways? Or do you allow it to affect you to the point where you're no longer an impact on the game? Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first because I had trouble absorbing.
And that's caught inside the 30. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 8. Oh, nice move. And now here comes Kansas City. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And now they're in the hurry-up. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
The Chiefs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Operating from the gun, Osborne. And Wilson has it. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12. And they will try to turn it around next week as they head down to Carson for a matchup with the LA Chargers. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.